Good evening. Johnno and Simon here with you, as planned.
Cheers.
Cheers. We've been drinking together for a few hours.
Not
aggressively.
Not a day.
No, not aggressively, but reasonably so. So we had a very nice paella.
That's like paella for anyone else from the.
It was very, very nice actually. Bit of chicken, bit of prawn, bit of pea, bit of rice.
Chorizo.
Bit of charito.
That's right.
So yeah, but very nice. Can't wait to see what's for pudding, quite frankly. I
know what's put it in. You're going to be sadly disappointed.
I was going to say, by the sound of that exhale, probably fucking nout. Sorry, Tim. Anyway, we are here, of course, to talk about the two games that have taken place today. And well, we're going to start with the Netherlands versus Bangladesh.
Well, I was right, wasn't I? Bangladesh are crap.
Yep. They're the only team we've beaten, aren't they?
Which makes me even more crap, doesn't it? So,
yeah.
No.
Yeah. Show it. So, toss won by the Netherlands. Netherlands chose to bat, 229 all out. Runs made by...
They did the Netherlands. This is becoming a thing, apparently, where you are immediately 20 for 3.
Yes.
But still managed to get 250.
But Wes Brazy, who is slightly older than Angelo Matthews, got 41 for a run a ball.
What's older than me and you? That's what we say.
By about 10,000 years. Scott Edwards, right, we were talking about him earlier, captain. 68 out today, 68 off 89. What a tournament he's had. I think he got a duck in the first game, but ever since he's been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, he's led them very well. They obviously had the minor mauling by Australia, where they got absolutely creamed.
By 309.
Yeah, not close.
No,
but
that would have been a thrashing on Super Bro, I think.
Yeah, there's a dicking level to come in. Somewhere else.
Yeah,
but other than that, they've been very competitive, and I think this is what I'm taking away from this is not only how poor England have been and some of the other so-called favourite teams, but I've actually been very impressed by Afghanistan in some games and the Netherlands certainly, and I talked to a couple of friends. I've got a couple of friends that have played for Ireland and been involved around Ireland. And obviously, Ireland gutted not to be in this World Cup. But there is a view to sort of expanding the World Cup and try and making it so it involves more of the world, being a World Cup.
Yes. Not just the 10-nation.
No. So and they're
continental.
They're kind of proving a point, aren't they? I mean, you look at them today against what you would say is the sort of one stage above them. In terms of hierarchy,
the lowest of the one stage above them, though. You would say.
Yeah, that's true. But so they've got a point because they battered them.
Oh, comfortably.
Yeah.
So they've won by, bear with, please hold caller, 87 runs.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not a thrashing on Super Brew. So
no, it's not. But Bangladesh 142 all out. So again, Shakib 5, Raheem 1. He's had a couple of really bad games. Mamadullah, who's their other gun player, probably other than Litton Das. Litton Das only made 3. Mamadullah made 20. But I want to give a big shout out, actually, to a bloke that I played against 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Who was playing for a company, Paul Van Meekeren.
He's bowled very well.
He's had a great tournament.
Bowled very, very well.
Very well against the Saffers. He got 4 for split today. His figures were 4 for 23 off 7.2.
Yeah.
Tall lad, hits the deck hard, doesn't bowl at extreme pace, probably can get up and around about 84, 85, but it's just bowled good areas.
Well, he's just bowled everything that when you've seen when sides have done well, he's run in and hit just back of the length, aim at that just above top of off stump mark, like the 2 wickets he got when they beat South Africa. He got Markram out with one that everyone will say it didn't bounce. He's bowling it cross seam. He's clearly thought about what he's doing and it's just skidded on.
Same with Janssen, you'd say.
And he got Janssen with the same kind of thing.
Yeah.
You look at how he's bowled today, and he got one with a really full
gully-ish,
second slip, gully-ish kind of scenario. But other than that, it was all kind of hit back of a length, and the ball does what it does. And
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of things that the sort of major nations could take out of that in terms of how they've been bowling. The one thing that I'm quite sad about with it is that because of the nature of the tournament, you're not going to see the likes of the Dutch or Afghanistan going through and being able to play in a knockout game where sides are going to feel massively sides would feel massively under pressure against them in a knockout game. But because of the nature of this tournament, and obviously they're not going to sit and win six out of 9. They're not going to win 5 out of 9. But what they are going to do is shock 1, in Dutch cases 2, of the slightly more Premier nations, and so I think that's a little bit sad. But yeah, and then we went on to what was a very exciting game.
Well,
didn't we?
A phenomenal game. Although it was
in 2 days, I don't quite know. I mean, how we're going to work this.
No,
we said 15 minutes at the start of this. We've done 8 minutes on the most boring game of the 2 today.
Of the 2, yeah. Right. Okay. Well, obviously, we do need to talk about Australia versus New Zealand. I'm just going to go onto my super special little app here and find out who won the toss. The toss was won by New Zealand, who chose to bowl in Dharamshala, probably presuming
what a ground.
Views insane.
It's sad, and this is it's sad that that's the last game that there will be there in this tournament.
In this World Cup. Not ever.
No,
not ever.
Yeah. I mean, unless something goes off with the Indian, whatever they are now, cricket board, unless something goes off there.
BCCI, my favourite people.
Yeah, your favourite people.
Just slightly behind David Warner.
I think there's a chance that they might decide not to play there solely on the basis that you've said it's a nice place to play.
Possibly. There's every chance because they are wankers. Anyway, enough about that. So, Australia inserted by...
that sounds wrong, but I know what you mean.
By New Zealand, Captain Tom Latham. And fuck me, sorry Tim, did they get off to a start?
Well, Travis Head got off his couch in Adelaide.
Yes,
flew in about a day and a half ago.
Yeah, and decided that he was going to go and
clearly he's not ate anything in India.
Eaten.
He's not. He didn't get to Eton. He went straight to India.
Very good, but he's not eaten anything.
Oh, sorry,
he not ate anything in India.
All right, he's not consumed any Indian
Perfect.
food. And it's kind of whopped it everywhere. It was phenomenal.
Fall of the first wicket at 175.
And they were
which was Warner for 81.
118 for none off the first 10.
Cheers.
Which is some going. So, and to be fair, then you would say New Zealand through Glenn Phillips
3 to 37 off 10. Phenomenal as a part-timer.
Pretty well to drag themselves back into it. I know that's all relative when someone gets 388.
8, yeah.
But they did drag themselves back into it. Mitch Santner bowled very well as well.
2 for 80 off 10.
Yeah, he was having to bowl at the point, and they bowled Santner when Maxwell had just walked into bat, and Maxwell was going through the full repertoire of I'm going to walk you to every part of the ground.
Yeah.
And Mitch Santner bowled it anywhere from 45 miles an hour to close to 70 miles an hour. Varied his pace really well. Yeah, he got reverse hit out of the ground. He got hit for a couple of sixes, one that was enormous. I think, to be fair, it nearly made it to Russia.
Decent nudge shot.
Yeah, good strike.
Yeah.
Landed on the top of the stand. Everyone thought the ball had gone. The umpires called for a new ball. However, then the ball came rolling back off the top of the stand. But did well to get themselves back into it. Again, I know you don't like him, but Warner played very, very well.
Right, okay, we need to stop this. It's not that I don't like him. I just think he's a grubby little fucker.
That, I don't know.
Some people might say that as me not liking him. I just think he's a...
I think I'd be one of them.
I just think he's a horrible kind of human. He's a very talented cricketer. And I appreciate the talent that he's got to play.
What he is doing
I love.
He's making the team in the tournament interesting because he's currently outscoring Rohit Sharma by him and Quinton de Kock
Yeah,
are
but I
comfortably.
still don't like him because he's a cheat. And he's still wearing.
He does
basically
have
stepping.
fingers. He does have fingers that look extremely large.
Honestly,
for a very small
King's
man.
Mill Hospital, which is near us,
Yeah,
don't have as much
Sorry, listeners,
plaster
you're not
in
gonna
their
know.
cupboards as he's got on his hands
yeah,
when he goes out to field.
yeah. He does look like he's constantly got broken fingers.
Yeah,
But
he does. So, back to it before we digress about how much I hate that grubby little. Glenn Phillips 3 for 37 off 10. The next best economy, Rachin Ravindra going at 7. There's none for 56 off 8.
he was starting to spin. It did start spinning. I tell you what, he had a hell of a game. And
Oh well, we'll come on to his batting.
yeah, but he bowled steadily. I think he's definitely one to look out for.
Yes,
in terms of this New
100%.
Zealand side,
Yeah.
because if he watches Mitch Sandler and learns from Mitch Sandler in terms of bowling, he, as we'll talk about later, he can clearly bat. In fact, he's one hell of a player. So there's New Zealand look good, I think, at the minute. And I know they didn't get over the line today, mainly because Pat Cummins, I think, my personal opinion, bowled one hell of a spell.
Well, we'll come on to that. In a minute.
Yeah,
let's just finish on the New Zealand Kiwis because I want to talk about Rachin Ravindra a bit more as well. Lucky Ferguson, 3 overs, none for 38. Injured,
went off, didn't he?
or getting twatted everywhere. And
I think he's proven that he's not that sort of person.
No, you're right. You're right. Bolt 3 for 77 off 10.
Bowled very well at the end.
Henry 1 for 67 off 6.2. Probably his first game in the World Cup where he's not bowled well. He's coming to the tournament in great form. Jimmy Neesham 1 for 32 off 2. Unlike him, you think he's a bit more clever than that.
He got ball onto bowl with. He bowled the last 2 overs from one end.
Yeah,
and so
you're on a hide into nothing.
Yeah,
but what then transpired is one of the greatest run chases attacking 3-8 that you will ever see.
Well, yeah, it was phenomenal. It was quite simply phenomenal. Like Conway, I've said this to you privately. If someone like Knott don't go out and try and sign Devon Conway as their overseas pro for next year, something is horribly wrong.
Yeah,
because the guy is phenomenal.
He's a jet
across all formats.
Yeah,
he's just a serious cricketer. He got them off to a bit of a flyer. Will Young looked a little. He looked like he was trying to perform the role he doesn't normally do. Ironically, he did pro at Notts last year, got 150 odd in every game he played, and looked decent. But then the next two, I think one of the Daryl Mitchell for me is
one of the form batters in world
cricket. Yeah. He's lining himself up for that spot at number 4 in the team in the tournament, and considering that includes Aidan Markram, who is in phenomenal form. That's some going for him.
You say Mitchell's done it over a consistent period, hasn't he? We've seen him, the Test series against England 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Great series.
He's a brilliant.
Did well in the one-day series this summer. But we can't not talk about Rachin Ravindra. Now, this lad turned up in England back end of the summer as a bowling all-rounder. Batting at 8, bowling a bit of filthy spin, and looked okay with the bat, but didn't look incredible. Kane Williamson gets injured. This lad has a go. I think he's something like the 3rd or 4th, maybe only the 3rd Kiwi to ever score 2 tons in the same World Cup. 116 off 89, 9 4s, 5 6s, straight away, 100, just a tick over 130. I mean, for a lad who's, 20, 21, maybe 22?
He's not very old. Yeah.
I mean, some of the shots he was playing, just beg a belief, really.
Yeah, he's just an incredible cricketer. Like he looks like somebody that is made to play this form of cricket. Like he's made to be. If you were a club captain and someone would say to you, like, "I've got a left arm spinner that can bat in the top 4," I don't think there's a club captain alive that wouldn't have that person.
Right.
And he is phenomenal. Just plays proper shots, seems to want to get himself in, and then just absolutely goes mental. got a little bit unlucky on the.
It was a good shot when he was out.
He's got out to, but yeah, and it was interesting listening to the Aussies that were on commentary. You had Ricky Ponting and Shane Watson on commentary, and they were like, they hoped that in a couple of days' time, when it transpires, that when he gets over the fact
when the dust settles,
they realise they're not that he stands and everyone appreciates just how good an innings.
I think it's more about how you want him to turn around, because he looked so dejected walking off, because I think he realised, especially now with how close it got. Like, obviously the Kiwis got within 5 runs.
Yeah,
he will probably be beating himself up more than if they'd have lost by 80 runs, because he's obviously thinking to himself, well, what if, or if I'd have just batted for another 5 overs or whatever. But unfortunately, that's the sport we love. That's cricket.
It was a brilliant run chase. It was an absolutely brilliant run chase. And to be fair, I'm not even going to. Yeah, we can blame. It's going to be the easy thing would be to blame the some of the Kiwi batters. I think Australia
bowled really well.
And Zampa bowled really well.
Yeah.
Varied it up very, very well. Thought about what he was doing at the left and right handers. And then Cummins bowled at Neesham when Neesham was trying to go. Bowled very, very well. Ran in, hit the pitches, slower ball bouncers, and varied his length. And to be fair, other than Stark, they needed 19 off the last over. Stark runs in, second ball, slings it down leg side, 5 wide. Kept it interesting. But there was 46 to 49 overs, of which Cummins bowled one of them, Hazelwood bowled one, Stark bowled one.
Yeah.
Cummins was over.
You think that's the one that's actually winning the game?
Massive. He bowled, I think, during that last 7 overs, he got one ticker over. He had 1 for 4 in.
Wow.
When they need to go at 10 and over.
Yeah.
And it was it was excellent to see from him. His captaincy at that point was absolutely spot on as well. And we slagged him off in the summer. For getting things wrong.
But we like Pat. We've never said anything, but we like him as a bloke.
I want to make sure I praise him from
yeah.
He got his fielders bang on in the right position. There were some stops when Nishan's clubbing it into the leg side. He's got Maxwell long on. He's got, and people might say, yeah, that's basic. Yeah, you're probably right. Is but in the heat of the moment, and they had to do that because of their over 8. They had to go through that last over with only 4 men allowed out.
Yeah.
So he managed that, and I think in all it was a hell of a game. Like I say, games 25 and 26 are the first 2 real close ones.
Yes.
It was a hell of a game,
and you don't see 388 getting chased down very often, right? So
what's he been done twice? Twice ever?
Yeah, Australia, South Africa, which wasn't a World Cup. Obviously, the ball ring 438 was it? Other than that, I'm not a stats guy, but yeah, look, he's pretty much unheard of. So, congratulations to Australia.
Looking good now. Looking good, you'd have to say.
Yeah, I mean, England play India tomorrow. I mean, our World Cup's over. It's not in theory, but maybe after last night, we haven't yet figured out whether Pakistan losing, that our World Cup is over. But our World Cup's over. But it's actually nice now as neutrals and kind of commentators on the sport as we are through the podcast. Just to watch some exciting,
good cricket,
tight games of cricket.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
So yeah, there we have it. Congratulations to the Netherlands. 2 fantastic wins in the World Cup. They would have probably approached the World Cup hoping to win 1. To win 2 will be a bonus for them. And who's to say that they're not going to win another game?
And what's the odds on their captain being the next England captain?
Yeah, well, fingers crossed, because the current one's wank. I throw it to him. But
I don't agree with that, by the way.
No, I don't. I like Joss. We said this last night. My worry is that is he a leader? And I think that's a big part of it. But anyway, let's not digress. Congratulations to the Aussies. They're playing really good cricket, aren't they? After those first 2 losses, they've really turned it around. To see Travis Head coming to the side, smash 100 in his first game in the tournament, can only really fill that dressing room with confidence. So I'm drinking out of green wine. I'm still got a bit of green wine. But yeah, I think it makes for an exciting end now, doesn't it? Some
It's
big
always
games
good.
coming
It's
up.
always good to have an exciting end.
Yep. What's going on tomorrow? Oh,
Well, we
India,
play a bit.
India, England. I
We've
think
done that.
that's it, isn't it?
We've done that.
That's it. So I will be with Eugene tomorrow to no doubt discuss our dicking.
We need to crack on and see who's won the Rugby World Cup as well.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we don't know at the minute because they're playing in the second half at the minute, aren't
Yeah,
they, as we record. So I want to go. Thanks very much for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed your Saturday night into your Sunday morning by the time you've heard this. And we will catch up with you very soon. Love you back.